Once again, my name is Patrick Mulindwa. I'm Chief of Staff at the Africa Mineral Strategy Group and CEO of the Africa Responsible Mineral Sourcing Initiative. At the 5th edition of the Africa Natural Resources and Energy Investment Summit here in Abuja, we're having this fast rollout of the AFNIS Insights. And what I'm going to ask you is to just keep your questions down there and tell us how to better do this. I mean, if you have questions around the mining sector, everything mining, and not just in Nigeria, but across the continent. Now, in this interview, I have got someone very, very important. The company is called Xcalibur. It's a specialty company that I think in Africa is currently in Africa, it's quite known for doing one of the most, demanded, activities, which is exploration, and is specifically one I've heard is called airborne geophysics.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me bring this conversation to perspective before we get into the Q&A. Look, issues around investing in Africa mining have always raised a number of questions because, mining itself requires huge sums of investment, and the capital markets always want to approach it from a less risky, with an appetite. So the thing is, the question is always, do you have the data, which is exploration data?
Yeah.
How accurate is the data? Because you say, I've got gold, I have this concession with so much gold reserves.
Mm-hmm.
The question will be, you need an investor to put in some $1 million. The question is, how much reserves do you have in the ground? So that's a question of exploration and the data, and how accurate in quantities is your data. And this is the question I would like us to have.
Okay.
You've been part of the conversations across since AFNIS started here in Abuja, all the way from the ministerial roundtables. And you could see where our problem or challenge is as African countries, because at this edition we have more than, we have Uganda, you have Nigeria, you've got Nigeria, who is the host, you have South Sudan, you've done a lot of projects in most of these countries.
Yeah.
The question is, exploration is very important, but it's pricey, okay?
Yeah.
And it's not that when you have the data, tomorrow you have the money. You still have to go to the investors, the banks, who will not just jump around, they will assess, they will talk about so many challenges. What is it true Africa has the resources? Because we say we have them. Do you think this is true? We have the resources even before we have the data around them?
Yes. Okay. In my opinion, or in the opinion of the company,
Yeah.
in the African countries have enough problems with manage the data. Okay?
How they manage the
How
data?
to manage the data.
Okay.
Yeah. Why? Because they have a lot of data, a lot of historical data, a
Mhm.
lot of data about field campaigns, about petrophysics, about geochemic, about airborne geophysics when with this airborne geophysics. But for to have knowledge about this data, we need to combine and we need to integrate this data.
Okay.
This is the most important, and this is very, very key part in today because if we have spared data,
Yes.
and the people have the separate knowledge, but for have good decisions and for investors, it's very important to compilate all data and have a specific solution with this data. And in Xcalibur, our core business is airborne geophysics. Okay, it is a part of the data.
Exactly.
But also we are specialized in with all data, geophysical data, remote sensing data.
Yeah, exactly.
Interpretation about geology or mining. We combine and we with artificial intelligence and with different geoprocessing,
Yeah.
extract information. For example, where are the most interesting areas for exploration?
Yeah.
Or what is the most area with more mineral potential?
Yeah.
And another.
Yeah.
The key is integration,
Aggregation.
data integration
Yes.
with artificial intelligence.
That could actually solve it, because you say our problem now is not the insufficiency of data.
No.
There is so much data
Yeah.
that should be integrated.
Yes. This is the key.
And the window is that because of AI, you
Yeah.
could actually have a way into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me one. But the artificial intelligence is very powerful now, but it's very important to have the human in the loop. Why? Because only with the data, maybe the output of these artificial intelligence models is not have sense.
Yeah.
The most important is we have in Xcalibur and with different government and with different partners,
Yeah.
we try to, with geological specialists, with mining engineering,
Yes.
with the most specialist people, try to understand if the output is good. If the output is the output of this artificial intelligence model good, we continue with the process. But always the specialists are in the loop.
They are in the loop.
Yeah.
Even when you have deployed an intelligent AI on the data to do the integration,
Yeah.
you need a human on it
Yeah.
to give an human experience, which is very good. So do you think, so now we know that, thank you so much, by the way, this is so relieving. The issue is not necessarily that we don't have the data, because Excalibur has done some work, tremendous work across the continent. And he also says that we've got legacy data for all the colonial countries, former colonies of either Britain or Germany or Belgium. There is data, okay? And the beauty is that they are the same investors that do have part of the data. So the thing is, how do you integrate this data to bring out a very informed decision of whether what you can present to the investors? And I'd like you spoke about something really very important, which is the human capital. In your assessment, you were doing projects in Nigeria, you've done projects in my country, in Uganda. Do you think our human capital, did you meet some wonderful guys? Or do you think we have specific areas that we should do human capital development into?
Yeah, of course.
Please.
Yes. No, I think, for example, in Uganda, we work in the in Karamoja area.
Yes.
And we think the results of these studies improve the economical development in this area. Why? Because with our data and with the integration of the data, we can focus in maybe this is a very interesting area for watching. Or this is very interesting.
Sports.
Yes, because Karamoja have a problem with the water.
Yes, there's some water.
And for example, with this area, maybe it's interesting for because have a very high mineral concentration.
Yeah.
Because with this and a field campaign and with the results of the laboratory in this area, with the geophysical with the laboratory, we have a very interesting area. I think this with this data, the people that live in this area can live better because the economy in this area increase.
Yes.
Increase. And always these people can work in mining or in this type of exploration.
Thank you so much. Basically, I think you ably described on how what it means for explored areas and the communities around them. But the human capital development, do you think we need to train more geologists either with new technology, or we need to improve the existing geologists, mining engineers with modern technology? What is the problem?
Maybe, I don't know. It's a very good question. But I think if an economist or an area are focused in one business, maybe with the schools and the universities and others, can promote this type of field of knowledge. No? For example, if we are in a very important mining area,
Yes.
maybe the university can promote to study mining engineering or geology or engineering about. I think it, and I think it's very good here in Africa to try to promote the education in this part of the knowledge.
Do more of that.
Or in forestry, in natural resource. Obviously, in others.
Oh yes, in others, not limited to one.
But in our experience, when we work with local people, they have a lot of knowledge.
Oh no, now I get it.
Yes.
Now I get it. If you picked this young man, whose family has lived in this place for over 100 years, he has the geology of this place in his DNA. He could have some common everyday knowledge about the place.
His generation work in these things.
I get you.
Maybe it's interesting to continue. And in other areas, for example, if the agriculture is very important, maybe the new generation can be studied environmental science.
I get it.
Agriculture engineering.
Exactly.
Something to try to improve, because the knowledge, the local knowledge, is very important. And for the reason, when we work with local geologists and local geophysicists, they have a perspective that we don't.
You don't have.
because I have the context in my country, in Spain and Europe, but here is other context. Other context, and this synergy between local people and companies is very, very important.
This one is something you really honestly said, highlighted, very important. We should develop human capabilities starting from the people who live in these places. Because they have local knowledge. I'd like to ask you, which is actually our second last question. I should be the second last question. Out of the conversations, you were in the ministerial roundtable. You have been at the panel, you've seen the panels. Some of your people have actually made presentations. What do you think is our problem to answer the question of financing exploration?
Financial exploration?
Yes.
Well, maybe I see this it's a very difficult question.
I know it's a hard one.
But for example, I think if the investor have all knowledge and have enough knowledge with the data integration. Okay. And everything step by step, very clear. Okay. Maybe it's easier. Because maybe the problem is the investor do not trust to the data, or why? Because everything is disorganized. But if we organize all data and we put the data in one platform, we structure, we normalize, we build application for
integration.
For improve the knowledge with this data. Maybe the investor say, this area is interesting, and it's interesting because the data justify that this is interesting. I think the philosophy of Xcalibur is if we make easy to understand what is the potential areas to explore, the investors, they understand and they invest in the country.
Do you have cases where investors have invested in exploration in a country?
Yes.
You have cases?
No, I don't know.
Do you have cases where an investor has paid you to go and explore?
I know, for example, in Uganda, in the project of Uganda, or I don't know how here in this area, but the private company, with this data, are interested in the country and in some areas, and try to continue with the
Okay.
process of exploration,
Oh yes,
or,
yes, yes.
or continue with the to give money to try to understand more
Definitely.
with more resolution or
Mhm.
with other type of technology.
Okay. Thank you so much once again, and I would like to thank you so much for keeping yourself at within these conversations at the AFNIS Insights. We are at the 5th edition of the African Natural Resources and Energy Investment Summit here in Abuja, and I'm having a conversation with someone from Xcalibur, one of the global leading expert companies in exploration and the rest of that. I'd like to ask you just one last question. What's your take out from these engagements? What is it that you,
Excuse me?
what will you take out from this conference, from this summit?
For this summit,
Yes.
for me, it's very interesting. Three things.
Yeah.
First, to do the networking with the key people
Yeah.
in the sector here in Nigeria and in North Africa.
Yeah.
Then try to understand what is the necessities and what is the requirements that
Okay.
the market and the social reality here in Africa.
Mhm.
Okay, and then to understand and to try to have another partners for to do new type of projects.
Exactly.
These type of events are very good for us because always I feel always we are better when we finish this type of event.
Oh, so whenever you come to such an event, you best come feeling better and you understand.
Yeah. When we finish,
Yes.
I understand better everything.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for those very honest submissions. And once again, I would like to ask you, should you have any questions or you want to speak to Xcalibur, leave a comment or a question in there. It could be about anything mining and not just Nigeria, but the rest of Africa. Remember, the Africa Natural Resources and Energy Summit 2026, One Africa, One Resource Vision. My name is Patrick. Thank you.